That was so much fun yesterday.
It was fantastic. It was a great day. And, the reason why we're all sort of addicted to these 16, 18 weeks, whatever it is, however long you watch, the reason we're all addicted is that every week something really, really interesting happens. And so I'm sitting there yesterday. I've got to try to figure out what is the most interesting thing most weeks in the NFL to write about. And so I looked at the Green Bay New Orleans game. I looked at every game, but I looked at the Green Bay New Orleans game, and I just thought to myself, it's amazing and ridiculous that the Packers lost 38-3, and that's a fascinating topic to go into. But it wasn't long ago that we left Jameis Winston for dead, laying on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
And look what Jameis Winston has done right now. And again, no one knows if this is an outlier. No one knows. You just have to let it play out. But he couldn't have had a better first day in his new partnership with Sean Payton. And I thought that really the most interesting thing that I learned about the NFL this weekend is when I asked Jameis Winston, what is the play about this game that you'll remember? What's your favorite play of this game?
Mm-hmm.
And he told me my favorite play was a ball that I threw away late in the first quarter.
Love it.
And because it says so much about where he was and where he is now, that it's a good play sometimes to throw it in the first row of the bleachers.
And when you hear that, you think to yourself, well, that must be drummed into his head quite a bit by, every coach that's in his ear from Sean Payton on down. And it's also got to be just a maturation process that comes with watching last year and going through whatever he went through in Tampa and him speaking. We played the soundbite earlier in the first hour, Peter, of him talking about how this is for the city of New Orleans and, taking on the mantle of leadership. It's just great to see. Just terrific to see.
And look, and the other thing he told me yesterday is that, first of all, he was in middle school when the Breeze-Payton marriage began and in New Orleans, and he grew up in Alabama, so they got the Saints games on Sunday. And he started to watch it, and he said, that's when I started to say, man, what a dream it'd be to be in that offense. It's so quarterback-friendly. And so yesterday before the game, there was something he really wanted to say to Sean Payton that he's been thinking about ever since he signed with the Saints a year and a half ago, that, this is like a dream for me to be the quarterback of this team. And so that plus the fact that when you're around a guy like Drew Brees who focuses on process and not on the scoreboard. Look, everybody in life has to be scoreboard oriented. I get it. But Brees always used to say, both to Winston, to Taysom Hill, to all the guys who've been quarterbacks in his room over the years, forget the score, forget the scoreboard. Just make every play as perfect as you can. Focus on the process of being a great player. And so that's really what has happened now with Jameis Winston, that, every play, he wants to win every play. And if you throw an interception or a pick six, his last play in Tampa Bay Bucs history was a pick six against the Atlanta Falcons in the final game of 2019, that Bruce Arians, after the game and thought about it, he said, well, if we don't have any other alternatives, we'll bring him back. But we're not going to bring a guy back who is so careless with the ball.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.